How do we find a fraction, say a fifth, of a quantity? Let's say a fifth of 80. Okay? We need to find, what this means is we need to divide 80 up into 5 equal parts, and then we need to take one of those parts. How do we split 80 up into 5 equal parts? Well, we simply take 80 divided by 5. 80 divided by 5 is 5 goes into 8 once, you're left with 3. 5 into 30 goes 6. So the answer is 16. So we need 5 parts of 16. Okay? So we have 5 16s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you add that up, you will get 80. Okay? And then, so we've now split 80 up into 5 equal parts. And now we need to take one of those parts. And that is our answer. So it's 16. So a fifth of 80 is 16. If we had been asked, let's just move this out the way a little bit. If we had been asked what's 2 fifths of 80, well, we would have said take 80 divided by 5 into 5 equal parts. We know that that's 16, but we also know that we need 2 of those parts now this time. So 16 times 2 equals 32. So 2 fifths of 80 is 32. That brings us to a rule. Whenever you have a situation where you have a fraction, let's look at the previous example, 2 fifths of a quantity, 2 fifths of 80. Okay? The rule to remember in this case every time is you take 80 and you divide it by 5. And you take your answer and you multiply it by 2. So you take your quantity, you divide it by the denominator, and multiply by the numerator. In this case, we had 80 divided by 5, which was 16, times 2, which was 32. Let's look at another example quickly. Let's look at 3/4 of 40. Okay, easy. We take 40, we divide it by the denominator. 40 divided by 4 is 10, and then we multiply by 3. The numerator, 10 times 3 is 30.